The worst fears are confirmed. Unfortunately, Conor Bradley is going to be out for the rest of the season with a significant knee injury, but it's not ACL. We're going to be speaking about that in more detail. Plus, we look at what this means for Liverpool's depth going forward from now to the end of the season, who will play at right back predominantly, and how that affect the rest of the team, and whether we will dip into the market for a defender who can cover right back this January. People, sit back, relax. Kop-ish Special, breaking news. Let's get into it.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kopish.
Being free back again, ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions, be the best, we come again. Kopish clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Catch up and all the fast match up in real rap and drift they go and tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kopish, this is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that, this is Kopish, this is Kopish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kopish.
Good afternoon, people. Hope you're well wherever you're watching in the world. And please do smash that like button, subscribe as well. Also got a shout out to our sponsors, okjersey.com. £15 is all you have to pay for the jersey of your choice, whether it be club or country, this year's, last season's, or retro kits as well. Visit okjersey.com and use the promo code Kopish for at 8% off. That's okjersey.com. Right, people. I hate doing these videos because I hate speaking about player injuries, especially when it relates to us. But it is what it is. And we kind of knew when we saw what happened that it was going to be bad because of how Bradley reacted and the fact that he got stretched off. The still images are absolutely horrible. It looked like it was his ankle at first, but it's not. It's his knee. And reports and have been rumors have been confirmed and reports have been processed today, and it is a significant knee injury, but they said it's not an ACL injury. So I'm not sure exactly what that means, but either way, Conor Bradley has been confirmed to be out from now until the end of the season, which is, yeah, it's horrible, man. Really is horrible. I really feel for him. He's had torrid luck with regards to injuries over recent years. And yeah, man, it's just horrible. And this is another knee injury. You've had Leone at the beginning of the season, and now Conor Bradley, and you've also got Isak's broken leg in there as well, which is, it's just horrible, man. Oh, so Mary Darrell says dislocated kneecap. How bloody hell, how painful that must be. Oh, bloody hell, man. Horrible injury. And then again, not even to dwell on it, but to think Martinelli decides to push him while he's on the ground as well. And some of you guys in the comments on Friday were saying I was overreacting or being silly when I said someone should have absolutely dealt with Martinelli. Like, come on, man. Like, honestly, he should face retrospective action for it, but he won't. And, you know, the world will move on, the footballing world, that is. But it's disgusting what he did. Like, and it's slot out 1, 2, 3, 4. I know Martinelli said sorry, but that doesn't stop what he did. Like, sorry's not enough in this situation. Like, sorry is just not enough in this situation. You should never do that. You should never push an injured player while they're on the floor at any level of football. My kids play football. They're 4 and 6 years old, respectively. If there's someone on the floor injured, they go over and help that person up. And when they get up to their feet, if they cause the injury or they're around it, they make sure he's okay. Like, it's just a joke, man. It's a joke. But people, where does that leave Liverpool right now? Because currently right now, we went into the season with Bradley and Frimpong as our 2 recognised right backs. Now, obviously, Joe Gomez could cover there, but his injury ups and downs are there for everyone to see. So Boslai is the player that has played there at a decent amount of times as well, which is something we didn't really think or want to see at the beginning of the season. And we've obviously seen Calvin Ramsey play there once this season as well. Now, for me, in terms of Conor Bradley, I think we probably remove him from the squad list. If I'm going to be honest, we might have to. If that's the case, then surely, Calvin Ramsey's already registered in the Premier League I don't know if he's registered in the Champions League. But for me, Calvin Ramsey and Frimpong are the two right backs now. And I know, but look, it all comes down to Slot at the end of the day, because me personally, Calvin Ramsey should be playing in the Barnsley game. We will do a preview for that, so we'll get into that in more detail. Calvin Ramsey should be playing in that Barnsley game now, and he should be playing in FA Cup games so that Frimpong is kept as fit as possible. But here's the thing, Frimpong has had his injury issues this season as well. And a lot of those injuries have been because of muscle overloads and playing probably when he shouldn't have. And they've been muscle injuries as opposed to freak injuries or impact injuries like Isak's and Leone's and now Bradley's. We have to kind of bubble wrap Frimpong, which is going to be difficult to do, given that our Premier League status at the moment is that we need to get into top 4. And look, that's not confirmed by any stretch. There's still a long way to go there. And also the fact of we need to go as far as we can in the Champions League, because that represents, in my opinion, one of the last trophies we can realistically win this season. Jones, which, you know, shout to No Lie Eli, says Jones also played at right back again as well. I'm going to be honest with you. If we don't utilize Calvin Ramsey more and I see Szoboszlai and Jones at right back, then this manager's got a real issue with regards to trusting players. And he's got a real issue in regards to not moving players around. Like seeing Sobo play in the week and predominantly play in the centre of the pitch, he just shows that's where his position is. I don't want to see him out at right wing, right back. Gomez, obviously, if we bring in a centre back, maybe Gomez can play out there as well. But we shouldn't, with Frimpong, Ramsey and Gomez, we shouldn't need to see Szoboszlai Jones play right back. We just shouldn't. There's no excuse for that now. So I know we've seen him there, but I shouldn't see Sobo at right back for the rest of the season. I shouldn't see Jones at right back for the rest of the season. We have 3 players capable of playing right back. Now, by some horrible situation, if all 3 of those players are unavailable, then you have to do what you got to do. Then I have no qualms with Slot doing what he has to do. In fact, I'll sympathize with him. But if those 3 players are available and you're still playing Sobo or Jones there, then I have a massive issue with it. I really do. In terms of the market now, in fact, actually, I want to touch on another thing. People are going to say, oh, it's agenda-driven. Yeah, maybe a little bit. This, for me, also states that we should be bringing Harvey Elliott back from Aston Villa or striking a deal with Aston Villa to bring him back. And I know you're thinking, what's Harvey Elliott got to do with the right-back situation? But where's Frimpong been playing? When Salah's been unavailable, where's Frimpong been playing? Right wing. But you can't use Frimpong at right wing anymore. Salah's obviously going to come back and he's going to be first choice, we hope. But we're still going to need someone to deputise for him there when he can't play, or in the FA Cup if we're still in it. Elliott, again, provides cover for the right wing and for the number 10 with Florian Wirtz as well. We are playing players into the ground at the moment. Mr. Moser, I know he's not wanted by Slot. I know he's not. I know he's not wanted by Slot. I know he's not fancied by Slot. But needs must right now. We literally can get him back from the club that we loaned him to. Like, literally we can. And if we're not going to do that, then who really is going to deputise for Salah? Because Salah can't play League, Champions League and FA Cup. He can't. We just can't. It makes no sense doing that. Plus, even in the League and Champions League, you're still going to want to have Salah come off and rest in some of those games as well. It's not like he's just gone on holiday while he's not available for Liverpool right now. He's actually playing AFCON. He's playing meaningful minutes. Big country, you're right. It should be Chiesa, but we all know it won't be, because Chiesa's going to have to now deputise for Ekitike up top. And again, we are short. We are short in the squad. It doesn't make sense leaving Harvey Elliott there when he's not getting any game time and we're short. People fed me about Frimpong playing right wing, and I said to them, I was like, what happens if Bradley gets injured and we don't have another right winger? What's the likelihood of Bradley and Frimpong getting injured at the same time, or one of them being injured? Well, we're seeing it now, guys. Frimpong's not a right winger. He's a right wing back who can also play right back. play him in his position, and we have to now. But that means we also lie up top again. Elliot is someone we can bring in straight away, knows the club, knows everything about us, and he can hopefully help us. So we will see there. The other option is we go into the market. Now, look, let's be honest with you. We all said going into the market this January, we needed a centre-back and we needed another wide player. I'll be honest, none of those things look like they're happening this month for different reasons, it seems. That being said, though, if we can go and get a centre-back, it will free up one of the other players to continually play at right back. For example, Joe Gomez can also play there. Like, we have to do something. We have to do something. We have to bring in someone. Like, I don't get what's going on. Don't get what's going on. Something needs to happen, and something needs to happen quick, because we're just not doing what we need to be doing in the market right now. And it's, look, I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh, well, no other teams have moved. I mean, Semenyo's gone to Man City. Arsenal technically don't need anyone because they did all their business over the last couple of years. Chelsea, you could argue, but Chelsea buy every window and they've got a big squad, even though the players might not be great. We need to do something in January. We needed to do something in January the moment we didn't get Gahey over the line. Something needs to happen, and something needs to happen ASAP. I don't think we're going to sign a wide player. I hold hope that we still do sign a defender, though. Although that hope is dwindling on a daily basis. But we must sign a defender this January. Because if we don't, we're putting ourselves in such a precarious position. It's unreal. We're putting ourselves in such an unhealthy position. And if we don't, it could mean the difference between getting into the top four comfortably and not getting into the top four at all. And if we miss out on the top four, it could be really, really detrimental in a short-term success and short-term future for Liverpool. We can't afford to be out there. I'm not speaking from a financial standpoint. I'm speaking from a personal and progression standpoint. This was meant to be the season where we really stamped our authority on the league and went on and dominated for a little period. We haven't done that. If we miss out on the top four after doing that, then it's going to be really, really bad, in my opinion. Shout out to Makama, says, it's dark. We can't buy two centre-backs because Joe Gomez is fit. Ramsey won't play because Frimpong, Sobo, Jones and Gomez can play there. As long as Slot is manager, we are cooked. Yeah, man, I hear it. I hear it. Ian says, need 3 cow defender, winger, proper defensive midfield. No, I know what we need, brother. I'm fully in agreement with that. I'm just saying what I think we might do. I think we'll only get a defender. And I think this has probably been accelerated because of Bradley's injury. I don't even know if we would have signed anyone this window. But we needed to make moves. We did need to make moves. The 3 players in this window would have been absolutely perfect. But I was never under the impression we'd get a DM that we wanted in this window. We may have been able to get a wide player because, in my opinion, we need 2 or 3 wide players between now and the end of the summer. But I don't know, man. Simon says, Cal, would you have taken Thiago Silva as stopgap? Possibly not now, no. Possibly not now. Only because he's been out of the league for a little while. Brandon says, Mickey van der Ven only if we keep Konate and rotate those 2 throughout the season, so neither get big injuries. Yeah, I'd be fine with it. I know Mickey van der Ven isn't people's flavour of the month after what happened with Isak. I get that. He's still a very good defender. I know Matt's not a big fan of him. I think Drifty is a fan of him. I do think there's better out there, but you could do a lot worse than Mickey van der Ven. Plus, he can also cover left back as well if needed. Right now, though, we kind of need someone who can play right back and centre back in an ideal world. Well, again, no. Actually, no, because Joe Gomez can do that. Look, we have 3 right backs or 3 players that can play right back before you even think of Szoboszlai and Jones. You have Frimpong, you have Calvin Ramsey, and you have Joe Gomez. That should be enough. That should be enough. Now, if we go and get a centre back, that means that Joe Gomez can even dedicate a bit more time to playing at right back. Even though if we go further in the FA Cup, you'd like to think that the new centre back and Gomez would be the back 2 because Konate and Virgil need rest as well. I just don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. S-Jot says Cal Harvey isn't coming. No recall option. Villa too broke to terminate it and come to a mutual agreement. What a silly loan, wasted a year of this career. So sad. Look, here's the thing. Football's a business, right? Liverpool could literally turn around to Villa and say, look, this was the termination fee. Let's meet in the middle somewhere and let's make this happen. Like, they could do that. And again, it would make sense to do that. Look, Liverpool lose out maybe on a couple of mil, but you get a player back who can actually help between now and the end of the season. Again, maybe I'm just being a fan and I'm not looking deep enough into the business side of things, but honestly, like, we can make this happen if we really wanted to. And it does call into a bigger question, and a question that not necessarily many people want to ask, but I will ask it. And I'll ask it in a respectful way, because everyone knows how much of a fan I am of Conor Bradley. But do we have to now look at getting a replacement right back in the summer? Because his injuries have been piling up. I'll go through his injuries, actually, just to be fair to him. Because over the last few years, it has been pretty bad. It's Conor Bradley injury history. And it's usually one bad one a season. So in the 23 season, in 23-24, he missed 25 games with a back injury, then a further 6 games with an ankle injury. 24-25, he missed 9 games with a hamstring injury, a further 10 games with a muscle injury. So far, he missed 31 games in 23-24, 19 games in 24-25. And this season, he missed 3 games with a hamstring injury, then 5 with a muscle injury. So 8 so far. And now he's going to be out for the rest of the season. So he's going to miss probably around another 20-odd games. I hate to say it, guys, that's a lot of injuries for a young player. And it's a lot of injuries for a player you're going to rely on, unless Frimpong is then going to be the mainstay at right back and Bradley comes in and deputizes for Frimpong. Now, remember, we are playing Frimpong right wing at the moment because there's no Salah. Who's to say Frimpong wouldn't have started right back against Arsenal if we had a Salah or another right winger that Slot trusted? I don't think it's as clear cut as just saying get a new right back. I think we can get a new right back, but if we're going to do that, then maybe you look at playing Frimpong as a right winger out and out, and then keep Conor Bradley as the backup right back. But then you've also got Frimpong there who can still play right back should Conor Bradley get injured. Maybe that's the way to do it. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on with Liverpool at the moment. Shout out to Q-Dis in the comment section as well. He says, we can meet in the middle to bring Elliot back, but Villa need to approach us first for bargaining power. I mean, I think Villa are kind of... I don't think they do, bro. I think Villa need to... I think we can approach Villa and still have the bargaining power, because if not, then they keep Harvey Elliott. They've got to pay his wages still for the rest of the season. And obviously, financially, they're not in a great position, which is why, or again, maybe they start using Harvey Elliott towards the end of the season. What is it? He's got to trigger 10 games or something like that. He's probably only been in the matchday squad or played about 3 games for Villa. In fact, let me check how many games. Villa could be quite cheeky with this whole situation and use Elliott towards the end of the season. Harvey Elliott, let me actually have a look. So Harvey Elliott, games played this season. So he's played 7 games so far this season. But I don't know if that's 10. So here's the thing. I don't know if it's 10 Premier League games or 10 games in total. If it's 10 games in total, then Harvey Elliott... No, in fact, sorry, the Community Shield was with that was with Liverpool. So it's been 6. Did he play EFL with us? Who did we got knocked out of the EFL against? Because he didn't play in that game. Just remind me, please, guys. Did he play EFL with Liverpool before going on? I'm almost certain he didn't. He wouldn't have, if I'm not mistaken. So he would have played 6 games for Aston Villa, 1 in Europa, 1 in the EFL, 4 in the Premier League. They could effectively just hold on to him and then play him for 3 games at the end of the season just to help them get over the line if they're in the Champions League spots. And then we still don't come out of the situation in a good way. Shout out to Gene. Says, hope you and the family have a blessed 26. Cal, big up yourself, Gene. Hope you do as well. Yeah, it's a weird one. What's going on with Liverpool at the moment is just weird all around. There's so many things, man. So who knows? We will see. We will see. But look, people, I'm going to wrap up here. We will be back later on this afternoon or early evening for the preview for the Barnsley game, which happens tomorrow night, which means there will be no Monday night live show. Or if we do it, it might be slightly early. We'll see how we do everything. Also, guys, I'm going to lead you over somewhere to big up. We have our game tomorrow. And if you haven't already seen how we do it, we have a predictor whereby it's a sweepstake almost, where you can go in and you can make predictions about the game and you can spend as little as $2 all the way up to, I think, $25. And with this, you get into a sweepstake and you could win a massive prize at the end of it. I think it's a great competition. I'm not even someone who bets, and this technically isn't betting, but I'm not someone who bets. And I always have good fun doing this as well. And it's just adds a little bit of fun to the game as well. Adds a little bit of spice to the game. So let's see if I can find it. Strifty's voice, if you would have heard that just then. Oh, it's not been created yet. All right. What I will do, for anyone watching on replay, I'll put the link in the description and you can just come over there, take part. Also, make sure you join us for the watch along as well. But yeah, definitely would recommend you guys doing that. It'd be very fun to do. It's also a good laugh. You guys can interact with each other on there as well. And the winner gets a prize at the end. So people, make sure you look out for that. Also, hold on. Have I missed a super? Have I missed a super? I have indeed. Shout out to Sim, who says, if that was Klopp, he would have fist up Martinelli. Yeah, it would have been dark for Martinelli. But yeah, as I said, I spoke on this on Friday and I got told I was overreacting and stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. People, big up to yourselves. Shout out to Conor Bradley, and we pray that he makes recovery as soon as possible. Till I see you again this afternoon. Stay safe, stay blessed with Kopish. Right, people. Take care.